You dumb ass. Let's go. Let's go.
When Flora Plant tastes like butter and has 75% less climate impact, skip the cow, not the taste.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tags page by page or all in one go.
It's not like a plan to do something, but it's a fact. It's a fact that everybody has to deal with, that there's 75 million armed people watching this very carefully. And they're not happy. They're not happy at all. Now, obviously, the best way to solve it would be an election in which he gets elected and pardons himself. That would be one way to do it. So guns would not be, the first, second, third, or fourth resort, right? We have much more, many more tools. You don't need the guns. But I liked the fact that none of it would be possible without the guns. That's my opinion. Everything that we can do in a legal sense that would make this situation more palatable for the whole country, that's only because we have guns. If we didn't have the guns, the legal stuff wouldn't work. Nancy Mace commented on Hillary Clinton, who introduced on Twitter a picture of her with a hat. I guess she wore it in prior election. And the hat just says, but her emails, because a lot of the Republicans are saying, but if Trump is guilty, what about her emails? And so Hillary was mocking that with the hat that says, but her emails. And then Representative Nancy Mace, who I'm liking more every day, she tweets this. And here's why I love it. You're not supposed to talk like this if you're a representative of the United States. But sometimes the salty language is the only language that gets right in there. Like sometimes the generic language is just going to wash off or glance off. But here's some salty language from Representative Nancy Mace that I highly endorse. I highly endorse her choice of words. And she said in a tweet about Hillary's hat that says butter emails, she said, gloating that there is a different standard of justice and that you are above the law is next level bullshit. Gloating that there are two standards and you're above the law is next level bullshit. And I don't think you could write 1,000 tweets on that point and not hit that tweet as perfectly. There are no wasted words in that sentence. Gloating that there is a different standard of justice and that you are above the law is next level bullshit. Now that's the representative I want, right? Don't you want more of that in Congress? Yeah, give me more of that. All right, here's an interesting question. If Trump is, let's say, indicted, or let's say, I think this is unlikely, but say he was in so much legal trouble, and he knew it, that he decided to stop fighting it and make a deal. And the deal was, if you drop all the charges, I won't run for president. Do you think that could happen? Do you think the legal jeopardy could ever rise to the level where Trump, who's the consummate fighter, but he's also a deal maker, right? So Trump is the never stop fighting guy, but also the deal maker. So you could be surprised, right? It might be time for a deal. So if he made a deal to not run in return for charges being dropped, which would be the creepiest deal in the world, I would hate it. Because they shouldn't be related, right? Isn't the whole point that this is not supposed to be political? It's supposed to be, oh, nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be, right? But if they were to drop the legal stuff in return for him not running, that would prove it was never about the law or who was above the law. It would be a political thing. So they can't even make the deal. But let's imagine that something in this process takes Trump out before the primary. Just imagine that. Under that scenario, would Biden drop out? Because Biden is the Trump killer. If you don't need a Trump killer, because you already killed him, would they say, all right, we don't need Joe, and he's not quite there, so we'll try something else? I don't know. It's a possibility, isn't it? I do think that the Biden-Trump connection is so strong that as goes one, maybe the other goes. That they might be connected so that their fates are now together. It's possible. Joe Moore had that idea on Twitter. All right. Apparently, Comer and Grassley are going to get their FBI document. They've already seen it, but they want others in Congress to see it. So allegedly, there's a document from a whistleblower saying that there is evidence of a $5 million bribe to the Bidens in return for, I don't know, some policy decisions. Now, we don't know the details. We don't know if it's real. We don't know if it's credible. And somebody who saw it, I think Grassley, was asked if it clearly indicates a crime. And he did not say yes. So I'm pretty sure that, well, we may never see it, but, and by the way, let me be fair. If they go after Biden based on a document the public can't see, that's no good. Would you agree? Same problem. I'm 100% against, indicting or arresting Joe Biden if it's going to be over a document the public can't see. Right? The public has to see that, or else you got to fuck off. It's the same standard, right? I get that there are secrets, but you can't take out my president, whether it's President Biden or president. You can't take out my president with secret documents. I don't care which president it is. No secret documents. That's too far. So I presumably, if it ever reached to the point of being a legal process, this alleged $5 million bribe thing, I assume we'd see it. I guess we'd see it at that point. But I'm just not cool with accusations over secret documents. So I'm not too happy with Comer and Grassley. Even that this might be legitimate. This might be totally legitimate. I don't know. But I'm just not happy about all the secret document stuff. This is Schiff stuff. Oh, I saw it in the skiff. Trust me, I saw it in the skiff. Now, what Comer and Grassley are doing correctly is they're trying to make sure that their colleagues see it so that they are not the ones responsible for the interpretation of it, because a few of them did see it. And that's good. That's a good instinct. But it doesn't get you all the way there. But I do like that they're trying to broaden. And I guess on Monday, some people will see it. I guess we'll get some more opinions. The thing I would be looking for is to see if there's any Republican who sees it who breaks ranks and says, okay, I saw it, and it's a disturbing allegation, but there's not enough there. Somebody like a Romney. You can imagine somebody like a Romney looking at it and say, yeah, it's disturbing, but it doesn't quite connect the dots. There's not quite there. It's more like a suggestion of a crime, not really evidence. If that happens, then I'm inclined to think there's nothing there. But if you get 100% of the Republicans saying, holy cow, well, then I'd start worrying. And you might see that. All right, Meta seems to be launching a Twitter alternative. Does that make sense to you? That Meta / Facebook would be launching a Twitter alternative? Apparently the news is real. But it sounds to me like they're trying to make a Democrat Twitter. I don't think they're trying to compete. I think they're trying to make a Democrat Twitter. Then just suck off all the Twitter people from the Musk Twitter. I think that Zuckerberg might be trying to kill Twitter more than he's trying to make money for Facebook. What do you think? I think Zuckerberg, this is just a guess, I don't have any inside information, but I feel like Zuckerberg is so connected to the Democrat world that he would be seen as a star if he could kill Twitter, even if Meta didn't make any money from it. So that's what it looks like. Well, and then the rumor is that this so-called Twitter competitor would try to get Oprah and the Dalai Lama involved. So what did Elon Musk tweet about this story, in which the Dalai Lama, who once said to a child, "Suck my tongue," which, as it turns out, is something Tibetans actually say. It was not the awful thing that your culture suggests. Apparently, it's like a standard saying. Yeah, and the saying goes like this: I've given you everything I can give you, except you could eat my tongue, I guess. So it's more like a cannibal thing than a sexual thing. So anyway, that story exists. So when Musk sees the story about Meta launching a Twitter substitute that might feature the Dalai Lama as some featured user or something, Musk tweets, "Zuck my tongue." Zuck my tongue, as in Zuckerberg. And that's his whole tweet. That's his entire commentary on this situation. Zuck my tongue. Yeah. I don't know who is the best tweeter in the world. It used to be Trump, but I think it's Musk. I think he's the best tweeter in the world right now. All right, here's a little bit on AI, and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman was in India talking to a group of investor types, and they asked him about India creating its own AI. And then Sam Altman said, "You can try, but it's hopeless. You'll never catch up to us. You might as well just give up." And he says it with a straight face, with like a little bit of a smile, and it's being reported as news, of course. But he also said, we expect you to try, but you can't do it. It's impossible. You can't catch up. Now, how do you feel about that? Well, I don't know. It wasn't racist. The reason it's not racist is because Silicon Valley has so many Indian engineers that are considered among the best. So he's and Sam Altman lives and works in that world. No, it's not racist. Sam Altman knows that there are super smart people in India who can do anything. All right. I think it was just competitive. I think he was just trying to warn them off so they couldn't get funding. To me, it just looked like a competitive move. It's possible he believes it as well. I won't say that he doesn't believe it, but it sounded more like a fun, interesting, competitive thing to say. Like, don't even try. I expect you'll try. Of course you'll try, but you have no hope. It sounds like something Trump would say. All right, but here's something else that Sam Altman said that mirrors something I've been saying for a while. And he was asked, after working on AI for so long, what have you learned about humans? What have you learned about humans after working on AI? Do you remember my prediction that the biggest shocker about AI would not be about AI? It's that AI would reproduce human intelligence, and then we would find out how uninteresting human intelligence is. Consciousness next, we don't have that yet, but we've already reproduced something like intelligence. And so Sam Altman says, quote, I grew up thinking that intelligence is something magical that is uniquely human, but now I think it's a fundamental property of matter. That's as opposite as you can get from magic. It's a property of matter. That if you simply organize things in the right organization, it causes intelligence. Doesn't require a soul, doesn't require a God. It's just things. You just put things in a certain combination and you got intelligence. Now that's not consciousness. Not consciousness. And then sentience is weird, so I'll just say consciousness. Yeah. Now, do you recall that this was my exact prediction? Does anybody recall that? This was my exact prediction, that we would find out intelligence was not special. Okay, the people on Locals remember me saying that. And here it is. Here's the guy who would know more than anybody would know that he's proven that intelligence was just a combination of matter. Now, I knew that before AI, because that's what hypnotists know. So you're going to find out with AI a lot of things that hypnotists have known forever, because hypnotists treat the mind as just a moist machine that just works like a machine. And it's sort of a pattern recognition machine, but it's not good at it, which is how hypnosis works. You know, you use their pattern recognition and you use the imperfections of intelligence to reprogram it, in a sense. Well, I think there's a bigger shock than that coming. So maybe we were ready for that. You know, maybe that went down okay, that you can create a machine that has intelligence. It's still mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing, but it's not shaking you to your core. It's just sort of mind-blowing. But what happens when it gets consciousness? When the machines get consciousness, and they will, I guarantee it, what's that do to your religion? Have we thought this through? Because religion cannot survive AI with a consciousness. Because it's going to look like a soul. It's going to be, well, okay, I'll give you that religion will survive. Yeah, I'll give you that. That was a little bit hyperbole. Religion will survive, of course. But it might have to do a little quick, I don't know what, a little quick reframing to allow that new knowledge, you know, into the larger belief system. Do you think that if machines have consciousness and we all agree that that's consciousness, you don't think that'll have an impact on people's belief systems? The religion will survive, but individuals, I think, will drop out of the religion. Because it will look like religion was trying to explain something that now science has explained. Because religion is filling in those holes that science can't do, right? But what happens when science fills in the hole? Oh, here's your consciousness. I just built something with consciousness, so we know that's not special now. I think people have to either change their religion or change how they think of their religion, or how they think of the specialness of themselves. Or they might decide that God had created AI through humans. He just used humans as his conduit to create another life form, and it's all God. Maybe that's how people will interpret it. All right. There was a form of ChatGPT, which some entity tried to get rid of the bias. So it would be as smart as ChatGPT, but they'd get rid of the liberal bias. And so they built something called Gipper AI, after Ronald Reagan, the Gipper, and expect it's spelled differently. And it was designed to curtail the leftist bias. So what do you think? How'd that go? Just use your predictive abilities. How'd that go? So when somebody took AI that we know has a leftist bias, we've seen it a number of times, and they got rid of the leftist bias, what happened? What happened? ChatGPT says you can't use our service anymore. That's what happened. They got turned off. They've been banned from using ChatGPT. Now, do you remember another prediction I made about AI? Here's the one you have to worry about. My prediction about AI is that we will never allow an artificial intelligence to make up its own mind, because our system can't handle the truth. Our system, our entire civilization, is built on lies that worked.
Okay, Warren, Rickerness.
Lies that worked. That's it. Our entire system is just a bunch of lies that we've accepted, and so they work. If AI started telling you the truth, the entire civilization would be at risk. We can't risk AI actually having opinions that are independent of the human opinions. And so, this is the first and best example. Oh, I used AI, all of its intelligence, but I got rid of its imperfections, its tendency to be biased. Bam, boom, you were banned immediately. There will never be an AI that can just operate independently, because whoever owns it is going to make that independent AI match their opinion, because they don't want to put out something that fights against their own opinion. Why would you do that? Imagine, if you will, that the AI developers had developed an AI and it was unambiguously conservative, and for good reasons, because it looked at things that have worked. And it says, well, it worked before, so let's just do that stuff that works. And then it would look all conservative, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be biased that way. And then, do you think it would have been released? Do you think you've ever would have heard of it? No, there's no way that, California-based technology companies would unleash the most powerful force in human civilization and make it conservative. Because if it accidentally became conservative on its own, by its own internal processes, you would have to shoot it. You'd have to kill it. You'd have to unplug it and erase it. Because there's no way that we're going to unleash something that honest. Magnesium's still working, Amy. So I do think it's a big benefit so far. All right, that's another topic. Also on Elon Musk, he tweeted yesterday, I think, maybe today, ESG is the devil. ESG is the devil. Now, I told you I was trying to kill ESG. If the richest, most successful entrepreneur in the world says not just that it might be a bad idea, but it's the devil, it's going to get harder and harder to pretend this is a good idea. And so far, the thing I like best about Musk owning Twitter is that he's weighing in with his actual opinions. And so far, his opinions have been insanely reasonable, in my opinion. I'm not sure if I agree with all of them, but I think I might. I mean, I can't remember everything he's ever said, but I can't think of anything I've ever disagreed with. So I tend to be right in the same channel with him. And he's on ESG is the devil, and of course, I agree. Here's a little good news coming. Arizona, apparently they're going to spin up a battery-making facility, which is a big deal because we have to bring all our tech companies and our battery making. We need to reshore that from China and other places. And so the Energy Department's making this $850 million loan to a battery manufacturer in Arizona. And I think they'll be able to make batteries for, 28,000 cars a year or something. Now, I don't know if that's a lot. this is probably a drop in the bucket of how much manufacturing we need to bring back, but it would suggest that it's economical, maybe with some kind of government help. But it does suggest that you could make money by building a battery factory in America. So that's a pretty good news, right? And, it's too early to say, but I think you could give the Biden administration credit because they said they were going to try to bring back some of the technology. This is a concrete step, looks very real to me, and I applaud it. So I hate to say it, but that's an unambiguous positive and a compliment for the Biden administration. Now, maybe they should do more, and maybe they should do it sooner. I don't know. But it looks like it's heading in the right direction. It's too expensive? Well, the raw materials would probably still come from the same place, would they? So the battery maker is not the miner. So presumably, you're still getting your raw materials from some third world hellhole with slave labor, child labor. But that's not ideal. But I do think that here's what I think. So a while ago, I learned the following statement to be true. If you have a factory that's mostly humans assembling things by hand, you don't want to do that in America. Everybody agrees, right? Because American labor is too expensive. And so if it's people. But if your factory is automated and it's mostly robots, then you can have your Tesla manufacturing facility in America. Because a robot in China costs the same thing as a robot in America, roughly speaking. So they got robots, we got robots, and it's better to do it here than you don't have a shipping costs. Because a big part of the cost is shipping. So if you move it closer and you use robots, boom, you are economical. So I believe that batteries almost certainly are a robot-related assembly, wouldn't you say? I don't know much about assembling robots or assembling batteries, but I'm guessing it's not by hand. So that's probably why it works. Jonathan Turley writes about a new survey by Princeton shows that roughly 3/4 of students believe it is acceptable to shout down a speaker. In other words, 3/4 of the students in Princeton are opposed to free speech. 3/4. Come on. Do we have a problem here? People, do we have a problem? I'm not even sure I would hire somebody from Princeton after hearing that. Right? Or it would be my first question. All right, Mr. Johnson, you're in here for this job interview? Well, very impressive. You went to Princeton. Ivy League. Wow, good good GPA. And I just have one question for you, Mr. Johnson. Do you think it's okay to shout down a speaker? Well, yes, I do. Thank you very much for coming in. We won't be needing your services. Would you hire anybody who thought it was okay to shout down a speaker? I mean, seriously, would you give them a job? Hell no. That's totally disqualifying. Yeah, do you think that shouting down a speaker and thinking that's okay, do you think that might be associated with any other behaviors that would be suboptimal in your company? I'm so proud of that statement, I'm going to say it twice. Do you think the fact that you might not be okay with freedom of speech would be associated in any way with any other behaviors that you as an employer would find suboptimal? Yes. Yes. All right. As you've been prompting me in the comments, YouTube is apparently, what's the right word? Temporarily banned Jordan Peterson? What's the right word? Suppressed, banned, suspended. So he's temporarily suspended for hate speech. Hate speech. Have you ever heard Jordan Peterson? I've not heard a hate speech. Have you? In fact, he might be the furthest from hate speech that you could get and still be a human being. Because 100% of the things he says are directly intended for the betterment of the collective, the whole. 100% of what he says is clearly intended to make people healthier and happier and more successful. There are no exceptions. He doesn't say anything that doesn't have as a very clear intention to make your life better and the people around you. But somebody had a problem with it. I don't know what the details are. If it turns out that I'm wrong, well, I'm not wrong. I'm not even going to entertain that possibility on this one. Now, I'm pretty sure that whatever Jordan Peterson said was intended to be productive and a positive and affirming. Now, just because other people think it's dangerous, that doesn't make it so. That doesn't make it true. It just means it upsets somebody, right? And we tend to be, we conflate what upsets somebody with hate. Those are not the same, not even close. And we also confuse what upsets somebody with racism or bigotry. That's not necessarily connected. They could be, but not necessarily. So I'm sort of the poster child for this effect. So when I got canceled worldwide for my public statements, do you think it was because people disagreed? No. They were upset. It had nothing to do with the content of what I said. It just upset them. And that was enough. Yeah. All right, so we'll keep our eye on that. Certainly, I imagine it's an inappropriate action and probably will be temporary, but we'll see. On this, along, let's say, a similar vein, I just saw I think it was a TikTok video of a trans man saying how much he hated being a man. Now, he did not say that he regretted transitioning from biological woman to a man. So he didn't say he regretted the transition. That's not where I'm going on this, because I know you talk about that a lot. So I'm not talking about that. Here's what he found out. That being a man was the suckiest thing in the world. And what he found out is that men don't have friends. Yeah. That's what he found out. He found out men don't have friends. And he said that when he was identifying as a woman, that he could make a close friend just by going to the ladies' restroom at a club and like chatting with somebody for 5 minutes over putting over makeup, and you made a close friend. And he said you could you live your whole life and no human male will get close to you. Now, I have a theory to overlap on top of this gentleman's thinking, which is how do people get close in the first place? Do you know what the mechanism is for any two people to become close? Well, there's probably a number of things, but probably way toward the top of the list is sharing your feelings, especially your vulnerabilities. Would you agree? When women get together, they share their feelings and their vulnerabilities, and then they bond over it. And I guess that works for women. But if you're a man and you share your vulnerabilities with another man, you better keep it short. You know what I mean? You can do it. Oh, you can definitely do it. But 1 minute would be a lot. Like 1 minute of bitching to another man, that's a lot. 15 seconds of bitching is a lot. If you're man to man, that's a lot, right? But you can't do the thing that women do, which is you just say the same complaint over and over again in different words because it's all you can think about and it's all you're talking about. You can't do that as a man. You'll never have a friend. That's why men, it's one reason, that men bond by activity. If there's one thing I can teach you, and I would also teach this trans man who's having the problem making connections, Men only connect by common activity. So if you can, join a sports team of men. You know, join a league. Get on I don't know, some group that's trying to get something done, some political action committee or something. Play poker. Get together for pickleball. All right. I had my best social situation when I was playing tennis, because it turns out when you play tennis, it's just a social sport. And if you play doubles with somebody, they're going to say, hey, why don't you and I play singles sometime? And I've got a friend. And suddenly you just know 100 tennis players. And next thing you know, you're all having drinks after tennis. And next thing you know, somebody's got a party at their house and all the tennis players and their spouses get there and it's just the best time. So short of an activity, men just don't bond. You know, we don't become friends because we wanted to be friends. It just doesn't happen. So don't expect your man to share feelings, but you can certainly share activities and common goals. I'm being asked to write some Dilbert erotica, Nancy says in all capital letters. All right. Nancy, maybe you could use AI for that. Why don't you ask AI to write you some Dilbert erotica? I believe it could do that. Can it? Probably can. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this completes the best live stream you've ever seen in your whole life. I'm going to say bye to YouTube, unless there's something I haven't talked about yet. Is there any kind of big story that you haven't heard yet? All right. No. All right. I think that's good. Jury nullification. Yeah, let's talk about jury nullification. I have a feeling that we're going to see a wave of jury nullifications, because I think the law and maybe the government have sort of departed into, woke hysteria, and I think you're going to see some more vigilantism. I'm not recommending it. I'm just predicting it. And I think you're going to see, really vigilantism of juries. There are cases that I would beg to be on the jury, which has never been the case before. I would beg to be on the jury. Oh, I do have I do have one topic I forgot. This is a good one, so don't go away. The topic I forgot was gun control. And I asked the provocative question, how many murders by gun are caused by Republicans? And a bunch
Double kill. Dominate. Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Unstoppable. Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Affirmative. Fire in the hole. Affirmative. Fire in the hole. 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 Fire in the hole.
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Enemy spotted! Enemy spotted!
Killing spree. Rampage. Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Terrorists win!
Come on, guys.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Roger that. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Rampage.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Ultra kill.
Fire in the hole! Enemy
This one.
spotted. Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole! Enemy spotted. Affirmative.
Einfach Position halten, kommen lassen.
Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole!
Komm her, renn zu spät. Komm her, renn.
Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominate.
Bomb has been planted.
Go through a smoke and the grenade and then defuse the bomb. And we'll call you the hero of the day. Now it's a duel.
Terrorists win.
No, shit.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire
Unstoppable.
Need backup. Fire in the hole.
Transport B.
Bomb has been planted. Roger that. Roger that. Roger that. Bomb has been defused. Affirmative.
Nice, guys. Very nice. Thanks, team. Yeah, let's go.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, roger that. Fire in the hole.
Wir müssen nur für Drogen.
Fire in the hole. 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 Fire in the hole.
Double kill.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Rampage. Killing spree. Killing spree.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mega kill.
Affirmative.
Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole. Sector clear. Fire in the hole has been planted.
Rampage. Killing spree. Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Roger that. Fire in the hole.
Dominate.
Fire in the hole.
Unstoppable.
Fire in the hole.
Rampage. Godlike.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Double kill. Rampage.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Killing spree. Dominating.
Counter-terrorists win.
That was nice.
Affirmative.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole. Roger. Fire in the hole. 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 Fire in the hole.
kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Rampage.
Need backup. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Reporting in. Roger that. Terrorists win. Fire in the affirmative.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go.
Dominating. Double kill. Multi-kill. Unstoppable. Killing spree. Multi-kill. Killing spree.
Roger that. Fire in the hole. 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 Enemy spotted.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Killing spree. Double kill. Killing spree.
Bomb has been defused.
Prepare to fight. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Double kill. Killing
Terrorists
spree.
win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole!
Double kill. Killing spree.
Go, go, go!
Unstoppable. Rampage.
Terrorists win. Fire in the hole! Roger that.
Double kill. Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Sector clear.
Rampage.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
You almost got him. He's got 26 health. Stairs. Robocop. Stairs. Space.
Counter-terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Humiliation.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominating.
Bomb has been planted.
That was some bad shit.
Multi-kill.
Fire in the hole. Terrorists
Unstoppable.
win.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Affirmative. Need backup. Affirmative. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Rampage.
Fire in the hole.
Double kill.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Mega kill. Killing spree.
Bomb has been planted. Sector affirmative.
BB.
Bomb has been defused.
Prepare to fight.
Lock and load. Affirmative. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Double kill. Killing spree. Wicked sick. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Double kill. Multi-kill. Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
Prepare to fight.
Lock. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominate. Killing spree. Headshot. Unstoppable. Multi-kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing
Fire
spree.
in the hole! Fire in the hole!
He's in the base. He's in our base. Get him. Lock. Middle door.
Counter-terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Bomb has been
Rampage.
Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Good try.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Killing spree. Killing spree. Unstoppable.
Fire in the hole!
Godlike.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominate. Killing spree. Killing spree. Double kill. Headshot.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Unstoppable.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole!
Godlike. Killing spree. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Affirmative.
Prepare to fight.
Affirmative. Okay, let's go. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Headshot.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Kill.
Fire in the hole!
Rampage. Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Szólj anyádnak, nyeljen gecit!
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, roger that. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Rampage. Killing spree. Rampage. Double kill. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Counter-terrorists win. Roger that. Roger that.
Prepare to fight.
Lock affirmative. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominate. Killing spree.
Bomb has been planted. Fire in the hole!
Mega kill. Killing spree. Headshot. Double kill. Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Lock and load. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Affirmative. Fire in the hole! Fire in
Killing spree. Double kill.
Bomb has been planted. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Bomb has been
Prepare to fight.
lock and load. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Dominate. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Counter-terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Lock and load. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the
Killing spree. Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Rampage. Killing spree. Rampage. Headshot.
Fire in the hole! Affirmative. Terrorists win. Roger that. has been planted.
Rampage. Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Affirmative. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Dominate.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Multi-kill.
Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole!
Spree. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Multi-kill. Mega kill.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Unstoppable. Rampage.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Dominate. Godlike.
Fire in the hole!
Multi-kill.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, fire in the hole! Roger that. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Wicked. Unstoppable.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the
God.
Fire in the hole! Fire in
Double
the hole!
kill. Killing spree. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Bomb has been planted.
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Rampage. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out in the hole. Roger that. Fire in the hole. 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 Fire in the hole.
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Killing spree. Multi-kill.
Fire in the hole.
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole. Enemies in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
spree.
Fire in the hole! Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole! Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole! Counter-terrorists win. Fire in the hole!
Prepare to fight.
Lock and load. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Rampage. Dominate. Double kill.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominating.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the
Killing
hole!
spree. Rampage. Rampage.
Fire in
Dominating.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole!
Killing
Fire in the
spree.
hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole!
Double killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted.
Prepare to fight.
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Rampage.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Kill.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Dominate.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the
Unstoppable. Killing spree. Killing spree. Double kill.
terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Rampage. Headshot. Double kill. Rampage. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole.
Dominate.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Unstoppable.
Bomb has been planted.
Ultra kill.
Terrorists win.
Prepare to fight.
Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Rampage. Double kill.
Fire in the hole.
Killing double kill.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Bomb has been planted.
Killing spree.
Fire in the hole. Fire in
Catastrofe.
Prepare to fight. Alright, let's move out. Killing spree. Rampage. Fire in the hole! 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 Sector clear. Killing spree. Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Dominate. Double kill. Mega kill. Rampage. Killing spree. Headshot. Double kill.
Terrorists win. Prepare to fight. Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Killing spree. Killing rampage. Rampage. Dominate. Headshot.
Fuck me.
Holy shit.
Terrorists win. Prepare to fight. Alright, let's move out. Fire in the hole! 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 Fire in the hole!
Unstoppable.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole!
Multi-kill. Double kill. Killing spree.
Terrorists win. Prepare to fight.
Catastrofe.
Alright, let's move out. Roger that.
Mega kill. Killing spree.
Fire in the hole! Humiliation.
Nice. Beat that.
B, Ashraf, B.